Welcome back. In this lesson, I wanted to go over the AWS Cloud Shell, which is a shell that operates within your web browser. This basically means you can run Linux in your web browser. It lets you quickly run scripts with the AWS command line interface. You can use it to experiment with APIs using the AWS Software Development Kit, or better known as the AWS SDK. In the AWS SDK, you can use languages like C++, Golang, Python, PHP, Ruby, JavaScript, Java, Node.js, and .NET. The best thing about the Cloud Shell is you don't have to authenticate to it because it's pre-authenticated using your console credentials, and there's no additional costs for using the service. Something to note is that it's not available in all regions. Here are the service endpoints listed in which you can use the AWS Cloud Shell. And if we look under service quotas, we can see that it comes with 1 gigabyte in all of the supported regions. It is persistent storage within the region you are using, which basically means that your data will remain stored within the Cloud Shell terminal, but it is only stored there for 120 days. And after that, unless we take action, it will be automatically deleted. If we switch over to the North California region, you can see the Cloud Shell icon disappears because it wasn't listed as available in the list we just saw. I'll switch back to North Virginia and you will see the icon up here. Now, I already have a Cloud Shell window open because it usually takes a minute to deploy. The first command I want you to run is aws -- version. This command will display the current version of the Cloud Shell we are running. Pretty cool. Here, as you can see, it states the IP we are using to run the Cloud Shell that was given to us automatically by AWS. The next command, if you're not familiar with Linux, is clear. This command basically cleans up your terminal when you have too much text on the screen. I like to run this command a lot because that way I can focus on one thing at a time. The next command I want to show you, so you can see how cool Cloud Shell is the AWS IAM list -users command. This command will make an API call to the IAM service and will retrieve the list of users within your AWS account. As you can see, we have our admin account and Bob the Builder account that I created. It will give you some information about the user like the ARN, user ID, the creation date, and when the user last logged in. Next is the up arrow. Very simple but very useful. Sometimes these commands can get very long, so to execute them faster, we can use the up arrow on your keyboard to go through the commands we just executed, and we can rerun them. Remember that I said it comes with 1 gigabyte of storage that we can use. If we run the ls command, it will show us what is currently stored in our shell. As you can see, I have nothing currently in here, but let's change that. Let's run echo quotation mark, this is an example, quotation mark, caret, firstfile.txt. Before we hit run, let me explain that this will put everything in between the quotation marks inside a file that it will create called firstfile.txt. Let's hit return. We can rerun ls by hitting the up arrow. And now we can see our firstfile.txt listed. If we want to see what is in the file, we can run cat firstfile.txt. As you can see, it states what is in the file. Another pro tip that I want to mention is that we can use the tab to autocomplete your commands. For example, we can rerun the cat firstfile.txt, but we only have to type cat FIR and hit tab. This auto-completes our commands in Linux. Now, if we want to download the file we created inside the CloudShell, we simply have to go here and specify the file path. Our file can be found at /home /CloudShell-user /firstfile.txt. After we specify this file path, we will click on Download. I'll go ahead and open the file. As you can see, this is the file we just created in our CloudShell. Now, in the terminal, let's go ahead and delete this file. We'll type in rm plus the file name and hit return. Now, if we want to see if our file is no longer listed, we can just rerun the ls command. If you want to upload a file, simply click on the Upload option. Select your file and then click on Upload. It will take a second to upload, and it should give you a success notification stating it uploaded successfully. If we rerun our ls command, we will now see our recently uploaded file listed. Pretty cool. I hope in this video you saw how exciting CloudShell is and how you can leverage it to run Linux commands within your browser. I'll see you in the next video.